Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us today for this online webinar we're so happy to be hosting for you guys. I hope that everyone can hear me well and has managed to log in on time. My name is Michael and I'm an education expert for GetResponse. I'm absolutely thrilled by who's our guest today and will be sharing his thoughts, his knowledge with all of us around the world. It's Peep Laja from GetResponse, from ConversionXL, everyone. I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with his work, but let me just say a few words for those of you that haven't had a chance to get to know him yet. Pep is an entrepreneur, like many of you out there. He's currently running ConversionXL and an optimization agency called Mostek. He builds websites that capture attention, ignite interest, convert, and of course sell. Over the years, he's done an enormous amount of research and analysis, which you'll notice straight away when you get to hear him today. We've worked with Pep together for some time now, and he's helped us to develop a landing page optimization course available for free for you guys, those that sign up for GetResponse. On top of that, he's agreed to join us here today and share his thoughts on this very interesting topic, that is top 20 landing page mistakes that kill your conversions and how to avoid them. I really can't wait to hear what Pep has prepared for us today. So let me just say one more thing before I can pass the microphone to him. For those of you interested, today's webinar will be recorded and available for you shortly after we run it. Pat will be talking for about 45 minutes, after which we'll move to live Q&A, where he'll be answering some of your interesting questions, which you can leave on the chat. Of course, you can also ask us questions throughout the whole webinar, as our team will be there to assist you the whole time. So without further ado, I'm passing the voice on to Pat now, so I'm sure can't wait to share his thoughts with you guys. There you go, Pat. Please tell us a few more words about yourself and what you've prepared for us today.
Hey, thanks. It's good to be here. And let's talk about landing pages. So yeah, as was said, I run a conversion optimization agency, and I happen to run the world's most popular conversion optimization blog called ConversionXL. And I work with a lot of landing pages. And I basically see all the stuff, things that people screw up. Building a landing page these days is not very hard, let's be honest. So many great tools like GetResponse has a built-in landing page builder, so it's easy to build a landing page. But is it any good? Well, let's talk about that. So today's topic is top 20 mistakes that people do. So there are so many ways to screw up your landing page. And how do we measure whether your landing page is any good? Any ideas? I can see your chat, so if you want to share some of your ideas how we can know if your landing page is good or not, then please do share. Hey, GetResponse people, I see some people complaining about the lack of sound. I don't know if that's me or technology. Hopefully, guys, some of you who can hear me, can you please say something in the chat so we're all on the same page here? Well, hey, Michael, can you confirm that we're all good to go?
We're making sure that the sound is working. We're just trying to fix that, but some of you should be hearing it already. Otherwise, please do use the phone number that you received in an email to dial in to make sure that you can hear everything.
All right, well, let's then just get to it. Well, what is the number one mistake? The most common mistake is the lack of value proposition. Most landing pages that don't have one. What is a value proposition? Well, value proposition is a promise of value. This is what you get if you take action on a landing page. So every landing page should have a goal, right? Join my email list, buy this thing, whatever. So we have to make an offer. And how good that offer is makes all the difference in the world. If that offer is boring, let's say, Stay updated. Like, who cares? Who wants to be updated in this day and age? We get so much email as it is. I don't want to be updated at no conversion. So yeah, make a good offer. So for instance, this is a landing page for Citibank. I clicked on an adverts ad to arrive on this landing page, and what do we see here? What is Citibank, blah, 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 what is in it? Where's the offer? Apply now. So yeah, so there's no value proposition here, no offer. So obviously this sucks. What about this one? This new Facebook landing page design increased sales by whatever. Yeah, there's an offer here. Enter email, get immediate access. So I understand what is the value that I get if I enter my email. This is the number one thing. You need to get your value proposition right. Start accepting credit cards today. This is a value proposition. This is an offer. You can start to accept credit cards and get a free card reader. The call to action and the headline play together. So make it right. So I recommend that, what is the value proposition, how to construct the value proposition. Use this formula to start, and of course you have to test from there. Start with a headline that offers a clear benefit. And if it's more complicated, your offer, if it's not like a box of matches or something like that, then, description, subheadlines, couple of lines of text, and 3 bullet points. Avoid more than 3 bullet points because it's just too much. And that should really do it. Number 2, you're using cheesy stock photos. Using photos is good. You should use photos because landing pages without any photography can be really boring. And as well, photos help us capture attention. Attention is so important in this day and age when, we can't go 5 minutes without checking status updates on Facebook. But, we're lazy. There's iStock Photo, Fotolia, all this stock photo sites, so we'll just, use a photo like this. So this website says, business intelligence for marketers, and when I look at that picture, I'm like, no, you're not very intelligent. So don't do that. What about this? Do we really believe that this chick is real? Well, probably she's a human being, but it doesn't promote any authenticity, doesn't promote any, doesn't seem like a real person, seems like a fake person. Or what about this chick there? We call them headset hotties. There's actually a website. You can Google headset hotties. So yeah, if you use cheesy stock photos like this, people will immediately understand that you are not an authentic. This is not an authentic landing page. This is kind of fake. This is kind of cheesy. You're trying to hide something. It's very hard to build a relationship. So let's compare these two photos here. Custom and stock photos. Immediately we can figure out which one is the fake photo. So what do we do instead? We should take our own photos, really. Everybody has a decent camera on their phone these days. Take your own goddamn picture. And if it's a picture is about an office, about people, use your own people. If you have a customer service person you want to feature there, show your own customer service person. And what kind of pictures do you use? Typically the best pictures are, forward-facing, authentically warm people. Avoid close positions like hand on the hips or like stuffed guy faces or folded arms, that kind of stuff. Because, that communicates,
Sorry,
I'm not interested in you.
sorry, Pat.
Yeah.
Can I stop you for 1 second? We'll try to
Sure.
switch off and switch on the audio. So in 5 seconds we should be back, and we should have split fixed so that everyone can hear us. So I'll just switch off yours and my mic, and we'll get back to it in a second.
Let's try it.
we should be back online now. So hopefully everyone can hear us now, and feel free to continue. Thanks, guys.
All right. Awesome. Great. Mistake number 3 that I see all that sells. Well, it's really kind of not very clear what they sell. Is it a fat burner or is it, something else? So the best all-natural fat burner is here. That's what they say. So how many of you believe that this is the best all-natural fat burner? Yeah? It's not very credible. So could they somehow improve credibility? Yeah, many ways to improve credibility. For instance, they could back up their claim with some proof. Who says that it's the best? Maybe a research agency did a study. There's a famous scientist. I don't know, President Obama is using it. Whatever, use a celebrity. Something. Give me something. So, for instance, here, a fitness site, we see this girl, and you get a bikini body by doing it. This is a value proposition here. So why should I believe that this lady can help me, get a bikini body? Oh, look at that. She has been featured in Men's Fitness and Men's Health and Muscle Shape and whatever, magazines, something,
Proof. Talking about proof. What about this guy here? So the 4-hour chef, there's a value proposition, simple path to cooking like a pro, blah, blah, blah. Why should I believe this? Oh, well, look at that. It's a #1 New York Times best-selling author. Well, even if I've never heard of this guy, that says that he's not some random dude. He's kind of famous, huh? So, proof. Well, look at this. Best pizza in town. So, how many of you, when you walk by a pizza shop, see a sign like this and say, oh, yeah, this really is the best pizza in town? Like, not many people will believe a statement like this. So, it would be way more credible if the statement were specific. We deliver pizza in 20 minutes. Nobody will doubt a specific statement. So whenever you claim something, whenever you offer value, always mention according to whom. You need to back up every claim by some measurement, some testimonial, some sort of proof. If it's only you saying something, it's not credible. So back up every claim you make. And when you can, avoid superlative like the best, the fastest. Instead, be specific. Don't say the fastest train. Say this train goes 350 kilometers per hour. Be specific. All right. Mistake number 4. You don't follow the customer thought sequence. We are human beings. We have brains and we have thoughts. So when we arrive on a landing page, something took us to that landing pages. Maybe it was a Google search, we clicked on an ad, an email, link in an email, something. So we had a thought before we landed on the website, and we have thoughts while going through the landing page. So of course we need to optimize it for it. So this is a form on one of the sites that I run, and see, the form starts with a question. Typically using questions to start a conversation is a bad idea. However, this works great. The conversion rates are through the roof because that's the question people ask themselves. So people in their early 20s wrestle with the question, hey, what should I do with my life? Should I become a doctor, geologist, or an alcoholic? I don't know. So what should I do with my life? They land on the landing page and look at that. That's the question that I have in my mind. And now I might be interested. I read the text. Hey, look at this. This test can solve my problem. So if any of you has this problem, Google it. Well, what about this? Like I'm applying for a loan and I want to get a quote. So I'm, filling out these different steps of the form. And now I'm like, question, well, now if I click finish, what will happen? Will I get any spam emails? Will my credit get checked? Oh, look at that. But the questions that I have are answered right here on the sidebar. How brilliant. So do user testing, know your audience, figure out what are the questions they have, what are the questions that come up in their mind while they're using your website, and answer them. in context. Here's an example. It's a landing page for Blue Cross Blue Shield. It's a insurance company in the United States. So, you want to get a quote for your staff. You want to get insurance, health insurance or something for your staff members. And their form is 3-step. And every page has content that is specific to the question in the form. So get started, and then have blah, 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 join the whatever, how many people who have this insurance. Number of employees, and now my number 2 screen content is all about employees and, how the insurance grows with your number of employees. And the last step to get a quote, again, it addresses the exact questions that come up when I'm filling out the step number 3. So always have in mind to figure out what kind of conversation is going on inside the mind of the customer, and you need to join that conversation. Figure out how much information do they need. You also don't want to give them too much information. So that's a common mistake as well. You give too much information, and then you overload the page with the content. They don't want to read anything, and they leave. So break it up. All right. Mistake number 5, there's no scent. What's the best way to drive traffic to a landing page? PPC, pay-per-click, pay traffic. It's a fast way, if you don't rank well for a bunch of keywords. So I see this AdWords thing. Start your own business. Let's say that I search for the keyword something business. I click on this ad, start your own business, and I land on the page that says, what is Startup Weekend? Huh? I wanted to start my own business. So see, the scent is gone. Where on this page is the sentence, start your own business? I have to read through all of it. Above the form, there's, learn how to start a business, but who looks up there? Nobody. So there's no scent here. Another one, the ad says need a US company online in 48 hours. I click on the ad, I land on the landing page, and it's like, huh? US incorporation packages for blah, blah, blah. Where's the 48-hour company? The scent is not there. What about here? Company tax, lowest taxation in the EU. I click on the ad. I'll land on this Zara Consult website. Company in Bulgaria. I don't want to have a company in Bulgaria. I want low taxation. And again, the scent is missing. So what I'm saying here is that both the copy on your link page has to match the copy on your ad or the email that you sent out. So people understand it's the continuation, it's the same thing. If you use banner ads, the same visual should be on the ad as well as on the landing page itself. Sent. Job vacancies, Dubai, UAE, click on the ad. What the hell is this? There's no sent here, right? You get it, smart people. So make sure that the pre-click and post-click messages match. And if possible, use identical wording. Dynamic text insertion is an option for some landing pages. And always make sure that people understand that the content on your landing page is the same place. They're in the right place. All right, next mistake, number 6. You're using exclamation marks. All caps, don't do that. If it's a free download, make me want to download your stuff anymore. If we see learn Hebrew the right way in all caps, it doesn't mean that now I want to learn Hebrew even more. So actually it makes you look stupid. Don't do that. So the right way, imagine you can only spend 10 exclamation marks during your whole life. Use them sparingly, use them carefully. And it doesn't make people want your offer more. And this has been proven. If you write in all caps, it is actually lower reading speed and poor comprehension as compared to sentence case. So just avoid it. All right, mistake number 7. Your landing page looks like my grandma designed it, which of course means that it looks like crap. So this is an actual website. Actually, I clicked on a Google AdWords ad to land on this page, right? I mean, yeah. Well, what about this one? Yeah. The dude or the dudette who designed this probably proud of this. What about this one? I pulled this landing page from ClickBank, this affiliate marketplace. This is somebody's actual site. Or what about this one? Yeah, great. It's awesome design. So like design matters. Design has been heavily researched. And what we know about design is that first impressions are 94% about design. They did this test where they took a bunch of people, have them use a bunch of websites, and had them write down what they thought of this website, like observations. And when they read those observations, they noticed that only 6% of comments were about the content of the landing page. Everything else was about the colors, the images, the typography, font, all that stuff. So crappy design means lower trust. Like, hey, what is this crappy website? People don't trust new websites as it is. I've never heard of you. I don't know why I should believe your offer, blah, blah, blah. So if your design looks amateur, you're creating an extra battle that you don't need to have. If you're Amazon or Apple, you don't have trust issues. Apple or Amazon can put up a crappy design and I'll still buy their crap. But you are not Amazon. So, all right. If you want to learn persuasive design, here's a link to an article I wrote. Check it out. Number 7, your website, your landing is not optimized for mobile devices. So, go to Google Analytics, check your traffic. And what do you see? In more and more websites that I come across, mobile traffic is getting closer and closer to 50%, sometimes even more. So if your website does not display properly on a mobile device, you're losing customers. Some say the mobile is not a procurement tool; it's more for browsing. But typing in and just an email address to download something is not very hard, even on a mobile phone. So look at this landing page here. So this is a screenshot from my phone. See, I have a missed call and somebody sent me a chat and blah blah blah. My battery is about to run out, and then I see this website on my phone. Can I read it? It's not even rendering. Like the testimonial there is like broken. I can't read the form. The landing page sucks as it is, but it's also unreadable on my phone. So this is a landing page we designed for a customer, actually for truck drivers. And truck drivers, on the road, right? They're in their truck driving somewhere. So and analytics told us that actually it was like 65-70% of them were on mobile devices, mostly phones, also the tablets. So the same page looks like this on a phone. So so conversions, mobile conversions, way up. So mobile optimized design provides a better user experience for people on mobile phones. So don't have a design that is not responsive or it doesn't serve a dedicated mobile design. And of course, yes, smartphone is a mindset thing. So some things people don't want to do on their phone. Like they do research on their phone and they go on the desktop computer and buy the pants. But on your landing pages, maybe you're after the email and they can definitely give you their email address. Number 8, you have either too much or too little copy on your landing page. So look at this one. Run your business better today. Sign up for what? And what does it mean, run your business better today? Motivate my staff, organize something, get more traffic. It's nonsense. So they are asking me to sign up for something that I don't even know what it is. There's clearly not enough copy on this page. So you need to really assess whether, if you ask for action, make sure that you've actually made a case so that people want to take action. So this landing page we looked at before, it makes a case with just basically 2-3 lines here, and then ask for action, right? So it's an appropriate amount of action. How much copy is the right amount? Well, that depends. So the more expensive and or complicated your offer, the more copy you need. So for instance, if I want to sell you something for $1, $1 is not that much to lose, even if my product is crap. Well, what if it's is not $1 anymore. So now I want to be more sure that this product is actually good. So how, I want to be more sure. I want more information. What if it's $100,000? Like, I mean, you're buying a house, a small house, or a car. So I mean, we want a lot of information, right? So bear in mind this model, behavior design model. So desired behavior, like buying something, opting into your email list, equals MAT. So it means motivation, ability, trigger. The higher the motivation and the easier it is to do something, the more likely people are to take action on your page. So just keep that framework in mind. Number on your landing page. So every landing page has to have a goal. Typically, you want people to either opt into your email list because money is in the list. We all know that. Or you sell something right away. And it's like, hey, we should have like buttons and tweet buttons and plus ones all on our landing page as well, because people are on Twitter and shit. I mean, no, don't do that. If you have a landing page like this and you want me to download your damn ebook, like buttons and tweets and so on, there are distraction because they're a competing action to download now. Like this landing page, of course, is crap. But look at this: likes 0, no tweets. So what is this? This is negative social proof. Nobody likes your damn book, so I'm not going to download it either. So remove your like buttons, your tweet buttons. So am I saying that social media doesn't work? No, I'm not saying that at all. Move your buttons onto the thank you page. So, hey, I just downloaded this awesome book. You should do it too. Now I'm tweeting this stuff, right? Makes sense. Or there is a case where when you should display your likes and whatever, is a case like this. So this is landing page selling an ebook for $30. And see, there's a like 16K. 16K is like, hey, 16,000 people have liked this page. Man, well, maybe this diet book is not bullshit after all, like all these other scam books, right? So there's that. So keep in mind, your landing page has a single goal. You figure out what you want people to do and don't have any competing actions. If you want to use social media, use it for social proof. But you can, of course, only do that if you have a shit ton of likes or tweets. If you have like 2 likes, it's your mom and your dog. I mean, it's not enough. So don't do that. Number 10, your call to action is not compelling. What is a call to action? Call to action is a button, maybe a line that comes before the button. So, for instance, here, what is the call to action? The button says submit, and the context line there before the form is like, merchants, get informed. I mean, raise your hand. How many guys here listening to this want to be informed? I mean, well, in general, in principle, we all like to think that we're informed people, we worldly people. But come on, merchants, get informed. Yeah, right. Submit. So also, how many people want to submit? Oh man, I'm going home from work, having a beer, and then I'll submit all night long. Yeah. Of course, it's crap. So this is call to action that does not motivate me to take action. Well, what about this one here? So there's a headline, blah, 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 some content. Get free report is the call to action. Yeah, I can sign up for that. I want this free report on, taxation, minimization thing. Yeah, that will work. So imagine your call to action should finish the sentence, I want to drink beer. Yeah, lots of people do. So get it straight, make a call to action that people want to, sign. Avoid click fear. Also, submit or click here. Well, actually, I've seen click here perform well in some odd cases. I have no explanation for that. And of course, you can add urgency benefits to a call to action, meaning that, we have only 20 copies of our unlimited digital PDF download left and stuff like that. All right, number 11. The headline sucks. We talked about value proposition, but value proposition is not just the headline. Value proposition is basically the whole offer. The whole offer is value proposition. Headline is the first thing on your page. So if I read the whole thing, maybe the offer is not so 9.37 to 12 point something. Yeah. Yeah. This headline sucks. So the right headline should do two things. It should be a clear, tell me exactly what I'm getting, what is offer, or talk about the benefit. Let's say I'm selling pants. These are pants, Levi jeans, size 34, blue, bootcut. I get it. I understand the product now. Or benefit, look sexy in these jeans. That's a benefit. Yeah. So go for that. If you can create emotions like look sexy or make people want to, that can stir some emotions, or it can be also loss aversions. You're missing out if you're not wearing anything that does not raise an eyebrow, that does not create an emotion. So anything bargain, jargon, sameness. Every startup these days, it's the easiest way to do X, the best way to do Y. Every other startup website says the same thing. I'm not going to even react to that. Number 12, sorry. Your copywriting is terrible. Copywriting is hard work. I get it. I've hired so many copywriters in my life. And here's something that I have learned. Don't hire cheap copywriters. Cheap copywriters, you'll write a better copy after a day of learning, reading some articles and stuff. Don't hire a cheap copywriter. Good copywriters, they cost some. If it's a short landing page, if they charge, under $400, it's definitely catastrophically bad. Don't pay that money. So for instance, this is a landing page. I clicked on some ad, landed on this. This is like a Wikipedia article, statements of facts, why invest with us, blah, blah, blah. Who can invest? This is so boring. I don't want to read this. And if I'm not going to read it, I'm not going to join or invest in your goddamn fund. I don't even know what your offer here is here. So this copywriting is terrible. So copywriting, what should be about the user, not about, we've been doing this for 20 years. We are so cool, guys, blah, blah, blah. Nobody cares. People care about them, their problems, So talk about the problems that they are experiencing. Talk about the benefits that they are about to get. Talk about how your thing that you're offering solves a critical problem that they have, right? Get them excited about this newfound happiness that they get after consuming your offer. Number 13, people don't get what you offer. It's tied to the copywriting thing that we just talked about. It's clarity. So for instance, this is a landing page. How many people understand what is this page about? Up to 7.5% rewards. Hooray, now earn. The clarity is extremely poor here. And how many people want to really make an effort to understand? Very few. People don't want to work hard for anything, really. We're lazy. Either we understand right away or it's too difficult. Hey, you math nerd, you come read stuff. So clarity trumps persuasion. Before you start whatever Cialdini stuff into any copy, make sure your grandma understands what's being offered. You are not your client, so you make the mistake that people get what you offer right away. You have the curse of knowledge. So before you put any landing page live, show it to your friend who's not in your who doesn't understand your business. Show it to your spouse, your children, somebody who can call you on your crap. Well, number 14, you have too many offers. We talked about having a single focus here. So this is a landing page for a college. So and they want you to I guess order an information package about programs they offer, degrees. But how many degrees are they selling on a single page? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I don't know, 12 or something. And you need to check each one. So don't do that. You create a dedicated landing page for each program. Each landing page should be about a single offer, single call to action. So if you have 12 offers on the landing page, it's too many. I'm not going to read this. So focus on a single offer and a single action, and you'll convert way better. Number 15, your landing page has irrelevant stuff on it. So for instance, this is a landing page about, I forget, this is a horrible page, right? But look at what they, besides their offer, welcome to Make Me Thinner. I guess it was a slimming thing. They have like latest events, Twitter, some stuff here, like pictures of like, I don't know, some cars, like totally irrelevant stuff, right? So focus in on your single offer, remove everything else. The principle that you have to keep in mind is that if it's not motivation, it's friction. If the information on the page is not gonna help me or encourage me to take action, that one action that you want me to take, it's working against taking that action. Remove it. Number 16, you ask for too much information. You know, it's like, hey, well, you know, what might be fun to learn, you know, if our customers are married and how old they are, and, you know, get all this demographic info down. Let's also get the sociographic info and maybe their food preferences. Then we can like send them bananas if they like bananas. Yeah. You know, you can imagine a marketing meeting like this, right? And you end up with a landing page like this. Fill out this form for a chance to win. How many people are willing to fill out, I don't even know, 20 fields for a chance to win something? Not very many. So, you know, if your goal is to build a list of emails, ask for an email field, and that's it. You know, do you need their name? I mean, most often you don't. If the only reason to ask for a name is to personalize emails by saying, "Hi, John," I mean, John is not an idiot. John is not an idiot. John knows that it's not a personal email. It's probably not going to help your conversions. I mean, it might, but it's probably not. So every additional field that you have on your form increases friction. You know, maybe every additional field, I mean, it's rough to give a number, but you should imagine that every additional field takes off another 5% of your conversions. Of course, if your form is like 50 fields, nobody will fill it out. But sometimes you want to increase friction on purpose. For instance, you know, on my my company landing page, marketech.com, we have a form, and we used to get a lot of unqualified leads, people who couldn't actually afford it. So we used to waste time on the phone with people, you know, who didn't have money. So what we did, we added a field that had budgets. You know, what's your budget for this project? And we had like a minimum threshold. I don't remember what it was, like maybe $5,000 or something. And what, overnight, the people with no money disappeared. So lead quality went up, lead volume went down, but you know, who cares? Leads are not gonna buy. So sometimes you want to increase friction, but if it's just list building, you know, then you don't really care about that. Number 17, your site is slow. You know, especially if it's a mobile devices, you should always test your landing page on a non-Wi-Fi environment. Maybe even go to an area where there's no 4G speeds, like try 3G or 2G and see how long it takes. Because, you know, slow load time equals lower conversions. And the main culprit is, I mean, your hosting might be slow and all that stuff as well, but it's mainly images. You know, some people upload their like 2 megabyte images. So optimize your images before you upload them. And also you need to minimize requests. Like if you have multiple different CSS or JavaScript files, like combine them into a single file to cut down on the requests, and that will definitely speed up your site. Use a content delivery network if you can, all that good stuff. Number 18, your landing page uses the same template as a million other people, right? It happens all the time. We go to Theme Forest, you know, they sell landing page templates. Like, look at this landing page, huh? Do you like it? I mean, according to Theme Forest statistics, 2,000 other people have this landing page. So, you know, does it matter? Maybe it doesn't. But if I'm on your landing page and you want to be a premium brand perception, you want to be like foremost expert of something or whatever, and I saw somebody else use this template to sell dog food, not very credible. So I mean, that's why customization is a good idea. You can use a template that you customize, make it your own, change your colors, layout, pictures, whatever. I'm not saying you have to build anything from scratch. It's the very same template as everybody else. Think about your brand. It might not matter, but it might. 19. You don't do proper customer research. Just a mistake. That's a mistake. So you assume that people know your product. You assume that you understand people's problems that you have. You might be solving the wrong problem. You might have the right solution, but the problem that you're addressing on your landing page is not hitting the right emotional button. And of course, you in your office, you cannot figure out what the problems are. The problems are outside of your office. So you need to conduct surveys, user testing, do interviews. And it's a really neat trick for copywriting is that you survey people. You create a survey, and you ask questions like describe the problem that you're solving for yourself. And you get whatever 100 responses in, and people say, oh, I've used 10 different medicines and still can't get over this backache I have. And now you take that exact sentence verbatim and put it on your landing page. Best copy. Best copy comes from the mouth of your customer. Because remember, we need to join the conversation in the mind of the customer. Use the exact same wordings. You also save a ton of money hiring copywriters. So this link that I give you here is a longer blog post on how to do customer research. Use it. And mistake number 20, you don't measure performance. Actually, this is not so. I wish this would be a joke, but I see people measuring the landing page performance by the number of clicks they get on the page. That's also how they measure the success of their AdWords campaign. Yeah, all right, I got a 5% click-through rate. Hooray! My landing page rocks. I mean, no, it doesn't. So, how do you know if your landing page is working? Well, you need to ask your accountant. If there's more money on your bank account, it's working. If there's less, you're losing money. So always measure to the money. Measure your conversion rate, yes, but conversion rate, of course, is not the you can sell something at a loss for high conversion. Like let's say you're selling laptops. So sell your laptops $50 each. Your conversion rate will go way up because everybody wants a laptop for $50, but you'll go out of business. So you need to measure ROI. You need to measure cost per lead. All this good stuff. So when you set up your landing page, make sure that you're measuring everything that needs to be measured that tells you if you're doing all right. So that's it for me. 20 top 20 landing page mistakes that I see. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to send me an email and read my blog where I blog about conversion stuff, landing pages all the time. Thank you very much.
Wow, I've loved your points, Pat. Thank you so much for all of it. I'm pretty sure
my pleasure.
all of you guys have learned a lot today, and I can tell that they have loved your sense of humor. So let's head to the last part of the webinar, so the live Q&A. I would like to ask the audience to ask questions. If you guys happen to have any questions, any concerns about landing page optimization, this is the time to ask the guru, Peep Laja himself. So feel free to ask questions. And as you can see, we've just went to full screen. So please do ask questions. Pep will be choosing the ones he'll be answering to. And of course, you can also contact us after the webinar for more questions.
All right, guys, let's hear it. Questions. Giorgio is asking, you wrote it is better to set up just one offer. In case you want to propose 2 offers, you create 2 different landing pages. You nailed it, Giorgio. You're a fast learner. Exactly. If you have 2 offers, you have 2 different landing pages because, the user intent is different, your benefits might be different, the problem that these offers are solving is different. So yes, 2 different landing pages. Adam, sorry, Mike is saying, please describe the use of videos on landing pages. Yes, videos can be good, especially if whatever you're offering is a novel and maybe a complicated thing. So video can help as an explainer video, but things to keep in mind are, A, video should be supplemental to text. So it's not a replacement for text. Because statistically speaking, on average, 10 to 15% of your visitors will watch the video. If you get 20%, you're doing real fine. So 80% are not watching it. So if there's no copy, no text on your landing page, you're missing out. And also your video should be short and sweet and to the point. Start with the main point, because people, they watch the first 10 to 15 seconds and they'll start dropping off. So make your main point right at the beginning, and your overall video should not be longer than a minute or so. All right, more questions. See, Mandy is asking, any advice for people that are selling products, not asking someone to fill out a form? Well, yeah, your sales copy should be good. Good value proposition. Make a clear case. Why I should buy this product and so on. So if you're selling products, you need to have a decent amount of copy. So you're really making a compelling case. It's not like free download where you don't need a lot of copy. So way more copy. Igor is asking, have you tried changing CTA from button or lead form to Ajax shopping cart directly on the page when selling a product? I'm not really sure what you're asking here, man. Have you tried changing that? I mean, it's right, add to cart. I mean, yeah, sure, you can do that. All right, let's see. What is the best template source for landing page? Well, I think GetResponse as a landing page creator actually has quite a lot of great starting templates that you can customize. Or if you use WordPress or something, you can check out theme first. What tool do you suggest we use in order to do A/B testing? Miguel asks. Great question. Well, if you Visual Website Optimizer and Optimize. I myself use Optimize because they have this great editing tools. You can do lots of great stuff. If you're on budget, Google Analytics is built-in content experiments, but they lack the visual editor, and they have some other shortcomings as well. Antonio asks, I need some information about copywriting. What website or book do you recommend? Check out Copyhackers, copyhackers.com, and they also sell ebooks. Jim asks, what percentage of people will scroll below the fold on a page? Well, Jim, that really depends on the design. However, what we do know is that most people, like the longer your page, the less people will reach the bottom. So you need to make your case above the fold. And of course, fold is not a static number. It depends on the screen resolution, screen size, device that they're using. So typical on desktop, I'm imagining that the first 700 pixels is the area that should make the case. And of course, you can encourage people to scroll down by using arrows and all sorts of visual cues. Let's see. Margaret says, if your product is very complex, do you recommend hyperlinks to other pages that explain features, benefits in more detail? No, I do not. If your page is a product is very complex and the sales cycle is long, don't even try to sell. Don't even try to sell at the first visit. Instead, get their email address, get their phone number, start a conversation, get them to sign up for a demo or a white paper or something, and just have a drip email campaign and try to sell them on the features and benefits over a longer period of time. Charles asks, does using a landing page to link web for an offer dilute the action of the prospect? Yes, it does, because every additional click step will result in some sort of a drop-off. Joey asks, how or where can we find information on the colors you can use for different categories? because this makes a difference. Actually, colors make no difference whatsoever. There is no color that converts better. There are some principles, meaning that your call to action button should be different from the rest of the page. So if all the page is orange, your call to action should be green. If your page is green, the call to action should be orange, you know. So go to ConversionXL and use my search bar, which color converts the best. There's a whole article I've written about it. But there is no best color. It's about contrast. Vasilis asks, why landing pages cost so much? Well, that depends, man. It's like with everything. If you hire the best, it costs a lot of money. If you hire somebody who has never seen a landing page, it's cheap. If you buy a landing page template from ThemeForest, I think $35 is cheap. And if you use GetResponse, a landing page creator is free. ADOS, do you have any experiences with fake video landing page? Fake video landing page? I don't know what a fake video landing page is. I'm sorry. Tony asks, what kind of discoverability SEO considerations should you work on upfront? Well, I mean, it's very hard to get a landing page to work on an SEO because, you know, it takes a long time, link building, all that stuff. If you have a domain that has a lot of backlinks and all that stuff, then and you want to rank for organic traffic, then of course, you know, the usual SEO stuff, your title tags and your copy, you know, content on the page, all that stuff. But typically, if your campaign is short-lived, it's like a 2-month project, then forget about SEO. Focus on pay-per-click and you know, affiliate or whatever. Ian asks, if you are selling to an intermediate level non-native speakers of English, is it more effective to keep the copy short on the page? Well, Ian, it has nothing to do with the level of English. It has to do with what is the offer. Is it a free offer? It's short. If it's a paid offer, it should be longer. Chris says, what is the best education to become a top conversion specialist? Oh, you mean your background? I mean, best conversion people come from either UX design background or analytics, web analytics background. But of course, I myself, I was a programmer. My degree is IT out of college. In my company, I have some developers, optimizers, business, finance. I mean, optimizers are polymaths, meaning that you need to know a lot about a lot. You know, copywriting, qualitative research, quantitative research, analytics, all that stuff. Let's see. Iras, do you like the words new and free? Yeah, for sure. Use them if they are appropriate. Mark says, how many times should I send an email to my list? Well, I mean, depends, right? That depends. So if it's you keep the relationship warm, I mean, the GetResponse people go better. But weekly, at least twice a month, so they wouldn't forget about you. What's your opinion of downsells and upsells? I mean, sure, man, test it. What is the easiest way to bring over 800,000 list from Aweber over to GetResponse? You mean? What is to bring over 8? I mean, contact GetResponse list, they'll transfer over. You can do CSV transfer. I've done it many times. I've heard landing pages from GetResponse is not free. It's free if you have a GetResponse account, as far as I know. A fake video landing page. Okay, Ada is explaining. There is no real video, just a picture which looks like a video. When you click to watch, you see a pop-up message that you need to register. So you're tricking people. Tricking people is typically bad. I'm not saying there are no rules that this never works and this always works. There are like things that tend to work better in most cases. So in most cases, if you're trying to trick people, if you treat people like idiots, that's going to backfire. People are not idiots. So if they feel that this is, you know, you're tricking them, this is going to backfire typically. So Abdullah is asking, how can I know how much people are using templates similar to mine? Well, if you buy from ThemeForest, you can see the number of purchases or downloads, or you can do a Google search and see how many websites use the same WordPress template, whatever. Chris says, what suggestions do you have in researching proper subject lines to get a higher open rate? Typically, the way to higher open rate is headlines that are high relevancy. So people that are in your list, they have a specific problem. It's not a broad number of people. These are very specific people. And if you send a specific offer to specific people with a specific subject line, that gets open. If people with back pain and you email about curing back pain, that's going to typically work. And also curiosity. You won't believe what happened next, kind of stuff. Although this upworthy type of stuff is getting, it's getting old. But I mean, there are no rules. There are no headlines, subject lines that always work. You need to split test them. So whenever you send a promotion offer to your list, make sure that you send a split to your list first. First 10%, send them A version and B version. Chad asks, I'm new to all this. What's the best way to build a list from scratch? Well, that depends how much money you have. The fastest way is to drive traffic to your landing page through AdWords or something, or Facebook. You buy traffic. If you don't have money, then you need an offer that is really, really good. And of course, you need to attract people to the offer. So the best way is to provide free content. Either you start blogging, and your blog needs to be amazing, or maybe videos or your thing, or podcast, and get people interested in your content. You do content marketing. That's how I built my business, ConversionXL. Just great content. Marcos, does your site Markitect convert better with video or without video? On my own agency website, the video converts about 30% better. Yeah, even though I'm not really happy with our video, but yeah, it works. Always saying, I think you should give the landing pages free to your subscribers. We shouldn't pay for it. I mean, GetResponse people, $15 for unlimited landing pages. Yeah, I mean, and you get one free with every account. So I think that's a simple, man. Is CP marketing a good way to go? I mean, is a career in construction a good way to go? It depends, man. JN says, please answer, what do you think about upsells and downsells? They can increase your revenue if you do it right. I mean, it's all about implementation. There are no absolutes in this world. Nothing works or doesn't work. It's all about how you do it. Some people make lots of money with pay-per-click and landing pages, and some people burn a lot of money. So it's all about targeting. It's all about the right content, the right offer. It all depends on the specifics.
Okay.
All right.
We'll wrap it up, Pat.
All right. Perfect.
That's about it with all the questions. Let me just say it again. Thank you so much, Pat, again, for this wonderful webinar today. Thank you for being with us here. I'm sure all of us have learned a lot about landing page optimizations, about the mistakes and how to avoid them. So as I mentioned, if any one of you has any questions regarding this topic, you can either contact us or contact Pat, and we'd love to hear from you. And please do remember, upon leaving this webinar, use the webinar rating system, which you'll see as soon as we finish it, to let us know what you thought about it and what other content would you like to hear about in the future. Thank you again, and thank you, Pat, especially. We'll speak to you soon.
Thank you, guys. Take care.